First thing is that in 2008, a committee was created. It is known as the India-Pakistan Judicial Committee on Prisoners. There are 4 retired judges from Pakistan. I am one of them, and there are 4 retired judges from India. There are 3 meetings took place from March to August 2008. 3 meetings. One was the initial meeting in Delhi, in which of course we just met and then issued a statement, which I will tell you about. Then we invited the Indian judges to come to Pakistan. Then they were taken to the 3 main jails. You see, the difficulty with India is that there are so many jails and located in different places. In Pakistan, the majority of the prisoners are in Karachi. So there is no difficulty to ask anyone. And because I am working with a civil society organization and also in a government committee, therefore if any one of you comes along to Karachi and wants to visit any person, or just give me an email that I want to know so and so, is he in Pakistan jail? I'll be able to tell you in 2 minutes whether he is in Pakistan jail, what is the position, which is very difficult here apparently, because there are civil society organizations, but there is no government supported committee. So I am a member of the Committee for Welfare of Prisoners, which is a government committee. I am the chairperson, and the other person the Advocate General of Sindh. So as far as Sindh is concerned, we have 24 jails, and at present there are 13,000 prisoners there. So that is one advantage that we have. And the other 2 main prisons are in Lahore and in Rawalpindi, which is Islamabad. And there are hardly any Indian prisoners in Islamabad. There will be few border crossers in Lahore. Otherwise, 98%, 97% of the prisoners, out of whom about 90% are fishermen, they are all in Karachi. So that is one facility that is available. If anyone, if Mr. Mahesh was to ring me up, I want to know how many people are there today, I'll talk to the superintendents or to the IG prisons and I can get that information. But if I want that information from Indian government or an Indian civil society organization, that will be difficult because they are spread over all. One thing which I found is that both on Pakistan side and Indian side, there is apathy on the part of the officials. You see, if somebody is in prison, suppose my dear and dear one in prison, I will feel that the person is in prison, I should do something. But when we have these meetings with the officials, we are talking of numbers. Nobody talks about the lives, the people involved. Every person who is in jail, there is a history behind that, people behind that. There is a story behind, on which perhaps Mr. Mahesh Bhatt can make 3 films. After the officials, you see, when you talk about how many numbers have you released, oh, all right, you have released 100, so we will release 50. So this attitude, this lack of empathy on the part of the officials is something which is disturbing. But I think it takes time, and we should go on doing whatever we can. Now, the third thing is that this official committee does not know, because it has not met after August 2008. I have requested the Pakistan government, and apparently the Indian judges have also requested, and there is no response. Are we still operational? Because no other meeting, we can't hold a meeting. I can't say that we 4 judges are coming to India, because we'll have to make arrangements, a meeting will have to be held. So unless both Pakistan government and the Indian government agree and then say yes, a meeting will be held in, say, Jaipur or Amritsar, and you can visit this jail or that jail, I can't come here and visit any jail I like. It has to be supported, and the entire plan has to be made by the governments of the 2 countries. Somehow, since August 2008, no information has been received either from the Pakistan government or from the Indian government. What is the status of this Indo-Pakistan Judicial Committee? The third problem about this committee is that it is only a recommendatory committee. It can only make recommendations. And I'll tell you about the recommendations that we have made after all the 3 meetings. And the recommendations, of course, are not binding. And there has been no response either from the Indian government or from the Pakistan government saying anything about these recommendations. At least it should be acknowledged. This committee was created by the two governments, and if we make recommendations, the two governments should say, yes, these are the committees, they have made these recommendations, this 1, 2, 3, we are executing this, but sorry, we can't do anything about the other recommendations, and we are in touch with the other government. There's just no acknowledgement of this committee at all, and we don't know what is our status. Is that committee, has it died its natural death? Is it going to meet again? We don't know. So I would like that this committee, if at all, I may or may not be there, but this is a very good idea of having a committee. But this committee should meet, and it should be a permanent committee, and it should have some power to visit jails and to make recommendations and ask the government that what have you done about the recommendation. Now the recommendations that we have made at the end of all the 3 meetings, that 2 meetings in Pakistan and 1 meeting in Delhi, these recommendations, 2 meetings in Delhi, sorry, and 1 in Pakistan, the recommendations are, I'll just tell you what were the recommendations. Number 1 was that all those prisoners who have completed their terms, sentences, should be immediately repatriated. This was the first. Because a large number of prisoners, especially fishermen, are languishing in jails of the 2 countries because of red tapeism, bureaucratic delays. Now this was number 1, that they should be released. Then we said that as far as fishermen were concerned, we said they are innocent in the sense that they have not crossed over intentionally. Nobody, I'm sure, if you were to go on the high seas and say, where is the border between India and Pakistan, it is very difficult. They do not have the instruments to decide, are we still on the Pakistan side or on the Indian side? Jatin is correct in saying that there is perhaps more fish on our side, but to find out whether we are in Pakistan today, I'm sure sometimes the Indian boats would come to Pakistan side, catch hold of the other boats and bring them, and the same thing would be done by our people. And then Sir Creek is one area where the boundary was going to be defined, but then the 26/11 incident took place, after which India said we will not talk to Pakistan. And therefore, still after 2.5 years, the Sir Creek boundary has not been decided between Pakistan and India. So there are every day, and I always, when I read newspapers, I find one day will say Pakistani Maritime Agency has arrested 2 boats with 12. Within 1 week, Indian authorities arrest 1 Indian boat, and this tit for tat goes on. We have, of course, released 442 prisoners. India has also released. I will give you the figures that we have now and how many prisoners are there. This was the second recommendation. Third recommendation was all women, all children, whether they have completed their sentences or not, unless they are involved in very serious offences like murder or espionage, they should be released whether they have been tried, whether they have been convicted or not. The fourth was that all, even males who were involved in border crossings and small offences, they should be released whether they have been tried or not, whether they have completed their sentences or not. Now, so many recommendations were made, and as far as fishermen was concerned, we had made on 3 occasions our joint statement by all the 8 judges was that every fisherman in custody of the other country should be immediately released, whether the sentence has been completed or not. This has been, but neither Pakistan nor India has accepted apparently, and they wait. Now the problem that arises is twofold. Number 1, it becomes very difficult to find out how many people are there, what are their offences, what is the stage of their cases. And the second, which Jatin has pointed out, is the question of verification. Suppose India, I would read Indian Ambassador's letter of 1st of December 2010. This is by the High Commissioner of India in Islamabad, Mr. Iqbal Haidar. He says, I would wish to inform you that on 30th November, the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, conveyed to the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi the names of 70 Pakistani fishermen and 98 civilian prisoners, requesting expeditious confirmation of their Pakistani nationality and issuance of necessary travel documents for their repatriation to Pakistan at the earliest. So these people can be released provided Pakistan says yes, they are Pakistani nationals. Now what is the procedure? Now suppose somebody is arrested and he says I am a Pakistani. Whether that court would inform the authorities, nobody knows. We had recommended in our recommendations that as soon as a Pakistani or Indian is arrested, and either the government or the court or the authorities know that he is either a Pakistani or Indian, immediate information should be given to the High Commissioner. Not that the information should be given after the case has been fully decided. It may take 2 years. So that the process of confirmation of the nationality or her nationality could be started. Now once we know that there is information that Mr. X is an Indian national in Pakistani jail, then what happens? In Pakistan, what happens is that the Pakistan High Commission would inform the Ministry of External Affairs in Islamabad that Mr. X, Y, Z, these are the 3 people, they are in Mumbai jail, please confirm. Now the Ministry of External Affairs may take 15 days or 1 month. They cannot talk directly to the jail, to the authorities in Pakistan. They will refer the matter to the Ministry of Home Ministry. Home Ministry will refer to the Provincial Home Ministry. The Provincial Home Ministry will refer it to the IG prisons. Then the IG will refer it to the SHO. And then the SHO will ask a police constable, go and find out, go to that area in Bandra and go and there see whether this person is related to the man who is staying in this area. And the policeman writes, I went there, I did not find anybody, they had gone somewhere. So now this entire process, which takes about 1 year, do you know it takes about 1 year for this process? If our Home Minister or your Home Minister were to give a clear direction that this confirmation procedure should be completed within 1 month or 2 months, it would be done. I have written a letter to our Home Minister, Mr. Rahman Malik, but there has been no response. I have said, please issue directions that the confirmation, now these people, these Pakistanis, whom the Indian High Commissioner is saying, 70 Pakistani fishermen, 98 civilian prisoners are in Indian jails. If today we confirm that they are Pakistanis and we make travel arrangement, which is not difficult. Sometimes these 442 fishermen, I remember the Sindh government asked me on Friday that these people had to be on the border on Monday, and we were able to make arrangements. This is not possible, it's not difficult at all to make arrangements for transportation of a person from, say, Karachi to the Baga border or to Atari border. Same in India, there will be no problem.